South Korea is a beautiful country with a strong economy and a lot of foreign support from the US. Despite this, South Korea has its own problems. Basically, 1 month ago, the South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol, who is now impeached, declared martial law. And this declaration of martial law was the reason why he was impeached. He declared martial law on the 3rd of December, and only 6 hours later, it was completely overturned. And here is the story of that.
For 6 hours this week, South Korea was under martial law. It was a shocking moment for the world, as the country has typically been seen as a stable democracy, a key US ally, and a leader in global semiconductor chip production. But it was even more shocking for those in South Korea, a reminder of the country's tumultuous political history of military coups, corruption cases, and leaders being ousted. And that initial shock quickly turned to anger.
사실 꿈인 줄 알았고요. 이 21세기에 우리나라에 이런 일이 있다는 거를 사실 믿기 어려웠고,
이게 무슨 나라 망신인가 싶기도 했어요.
그 해결책이 있다면 그 해결책이 탄핵이라면 윤석열 대통령에 대한 탄핵도 이루어져야 되지 않을까라는 생각이 들었습니다.
On December 3rd, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol declared martial law in a stunning move, citing anti-state forces and the threat from North Korea. Martial law grants the government sweeping powers, restricting the freedom of the press, limiting assembly, and overriding civil courts, among other things. It's rarely used, usually only in circumstances of war, armed conflict, or national emergencies. The last time it was declared in South Korea was in 1979, when longtime military dictator Park Chung-hee was assassinated. Army Major General Chun Do-won, who carried out the coup, seized power and expanded martial law, where opponents under his rule were arrested, tortured, and killed. Universities closed, political activities were banned, and the press had limited freedom. Martial law has never been invoked since the country became a parliamentary democracy in 1987. Insiders were baffled by Yoon's move, and it sparked anger from the public that marched to parliament to protest. Lawmakers from the opposition, but also Yoon's own party, raced to vote against the move. Yoon reversed the order after members of the National Assembly unanimously voted against the martial law decree, in line with constitutional procedures. Critics claim Yoon's move was a bid to consolidate power and suppress dissent, drawing comparisons to South Korea's authoritarian past. Yoon's
So what is my opinion on this? I think it was a really foolish move from the South Korean president. A president in power should know better, and basically this was a weird move that will definitely go down in history as the shortest living dictatorship attempt by anyone. This was literally very funny, and I mean, literally, who does this? Who imposes martial law for absolutely no reason? This was basically political suicide as well, because after this his ratings went down significantly. At some point we need to ask, what were you thinking, President Yoon? What were you thinking? I mean, Yoon Suk Yeol became the first South Korean president to be arrested, and that shows really how weird this move was. This man is thoroughly embarrassed, and I don't think he'll be able to face his people anytime soon. With his track record, no one would support him anymore. Not just in politics, but in anything that has responsibility involved, he won't be chosen. Most probably, that's the case.